Once there was a young boy who lived in a small village at the foot of a mountain. He had always been fascinated by the mountain and would often spend hours gazing at it, dreaming of one day climbing to the top. Despite his love for the mountain, the boy was born with a birth defect that left him with a limp in his right leg. Because of this, many of the villagers believed that he would never be able to climb the mountain, and they laughed at him whenever he spoke of his dream. But the boy was determined. He spent every spare moment practicing and training, and gradually he grew stronger. He learned to use his limp to his advantage, and soon he was able to climb higher and higher up the mountain. Years went by, and the boy grew into a young man. He continued to climb the mountain, and eventually, he reached the summit. He stood at the top, looking out over the village and the surrounding countryside, feeling a sense of accomplishment and pride that he had never felt before. The villagers who had once laughed at him were now in awe of his determination and perseverance. They saw that anything is possible if you believe in yourself and that no obstacle is too great to overcome with hard work and dedication. The boy's story serves as an inspiration to never give up on your dreams, no matter how impossible they may seem. It teaches us that with determination and perseverance, we can achieve anything we set our minds to. Once there was a young girl who loved to paint. She spent all her free time painting pictures of the world around her, but she always felt that something was missing in her work. She couldn't quite put her finger on what it was, but she knew that her paintings were not as good as she wanted them to be. One day, the girl was walking in the forest when she came across a beautiful waterfall. She sat down and began to paint the waterfall, but still felt that something was missing. She walked closer to the waterfall to get a better look, and as she got closer she realized that the sound of the water falling was what was missing from her paintings. She started to experiment with painting not just the visual aspects of the waterfall but also the sound and movement of the water. She captured the sound of the water falling and the way it sparkled in the sunlight. Her paintings began to come alive, and she finally felt that she had found her true artistic voice. The girl's story teaches us that sometimes in order to truly capture the essence of something, we need to experience it in more than one way. It also teaches us that being open to new perspectives and experiences can help us to grow as artists and as individuals. Once there was a young man who was born into a poor family. He had always dreamed of becoming a businessman and making a better life for himself and his family. But he didn't have the means to pursue a college education and had to start working at a young age to support his family. Despite the challenges, the young man was determined to make something of himself. He worked hard, saved every penny he could, and eventually saved enough money to start his own small business. He began by selling small goods door to door, and then, eventually, he was able to open a small store in the market. As his business grew, he began to think bigger and started to invest in other companies. He took risks, and sometimes failed, but he never gave up. He learned from his mistakes and kept pushing forward. Years went by, and the young man became a successful businessman. He had built a successful empire and had also been able to provide a better life for his family. He also gave back to the community and helped other young people to achieve their dreams. This story teaches us that no matter where we come from or what our circumstances may be, with hard work and determination we can achieve success. It also teaches us that success is not only about financial gain, but also about making a positive impact on those around us.